Hey everyone, RyFX here, providing you with another review. Today it's the Sonic the Hedgehog Nendoroid by the Good Smile Company. And let's get this review started with the front of the box. Up at the top in orange we see Nendoroid series. Below that we see the display window. And below that we see Sonic the Hedgehog, licensed by Sega. And this is number 214, and we see the logo of Good Smile Company. Now we'll turn the box a little bit. Up at the top we see a back side profile of a Sonic the Hedgehog figure holding a Chaos Emerald in his left hand, and below that we see Sonic in the running pose going for an item box with a shield. Now we'll go to the back of the box. Here we see two of the same pictures being used over again, followed by Sonic with his one finger up waving finger, and Sonic running through a checkpoint. And below that we see all the warning labels and such. Now let's turn the box once again. Now we see those same pictures that were on the back of the box here again, like they were on the other side. Now here's the top of the box. It's pretty much a rehash of what we've already seen before. Now here's the bottom. Just another rehash of what we've seen before. Now here's all the accessories provided with the Sonic figure, besides the stand and whatever on the figure itself right now. Here we'll take a look at the hand, leg joint, and arm joint. In the upper left corner we see a straight leg joint. I have the bent joint on the figure right now. Below that we have the straight arm joint. I have the bent arm joint on the figure as well. And next to that we can see his fisted hand. And next to that we can see his thumbs up hand, and above that we see a pair of open hands. And I'll turn them around so you can have a better look on the other side. Here we can see all the different power-ups, minus the speed shoes. On the lower left we can see the shield power-up. Next to that we can see the 20 coin power up, and next to that we can see the life up power up, and above all that we can see the invincibility power up. And just to let you know, these power ups have the same images on both sides. Now we'll take a look at the different face sculpts. To the left we have the frowning sculpt. It looks a little bit more like classic Sonic, while the right one has a smirking face, kind of more like modern Sonic, and they both provide those modern Sonic green eyes. Now here's the item box with that modern Sonic look, with the speed running shoes. And if you want to take it apart, you just have to take off the top, followed by the clear plastic pieces, and then remove the item power up. Now we'll take a look at the gold ring accessory, which comes with its own display stand. Now we'll take a look at the gold checkpoint, which you could move the goals up and down and remove that blue area. I don't know what to call it. Now here's the green Chaos Emerald with its own display stand. Now here's the display stand with the adjustable arm that could be moved anywhere in these peg holes. Now here's the Sonic figure. Kind of has more of that classic Sonic look in my opinion, because its quills are slightly shorter than modern Sonic's. He kind of has a flat paint job, but his shoes are kind of a glossy paint. I have on him his bent leg, his bent arm, his pointing finger, and his fisted hand, and his smiling face. Now I'll change him to his different face sculpts. When changing these face sculpts, I recommend you take your nail and go under his cheek or the white of his eye and just pull up. I don't recommend you pulling him at the nose because you may rip that off and break it. Now at the end of my review, my only major gripe about this figure is that his joints slip out a little bit too easily. I remember I was holding him by the quills doing my stop motion, and his body just fell right off and he kind of blew up into a million pieces. Luckily I was able to put him back together again, and none of them fell into the lake because that's where I happened to be at the time. So don't hold him by the quills, just hold him right at the body and you should be just fine. If you're posing him, he may come out of place a little bit, but it's nothing too major. But his accessories make up more than enough of that. So as a Sonic fan from the old Genesis days up until now, I can't help but recommend this figure. He crosses in between that classic and modern style, which should make everyone from both sides pretty happy. So I recommend this figure. He ran me around $35 US, which is just a steal considering how much you get with this figure. So that's it for my review, and RadFX signing off.